6th of the year 2023. So the first piece of news comes from Darknet Live, which is one of our resources for gathering this news about these data breaches and data leaks. According to that, it has been published on 5th of February 2023. So the New Jersey man attempted to hire a hitman on the dark web. Yeah, it shows the logo and the first page of the BSA Mafia, which is a kind of well-known hitman for hire or hire hitman dark website. So the other piece of news comes again from darknetlive.com. It has been published on 4th of February 2023. Sorry. Uh, According to that, Dutch man sold counterfeit banknotes on the dark web. From Bleeping Computer, we have this piece of news that TruthFinder Instant Checkmate confirms data breach affecting 20 million customers. It has been published on 3rd of February 2023. So the other piece of news has been published on 2nd of February 2023 in the record.media. So data breach advice media involved SSN, so stands for Social Security Numbers Financial Info. From hackread.com, there is this piece of news that dark web hitman paid with Bitcoin (BTC) to murder teen victim. It has been published on hackread.com on 5th of February 2023. Again, from the same source, hackread.com, there is this piece of news that India's largest truck brokerage company leaking 140 gigabytes of data. It has been published on 4th of February 2023. The other one comes from securityweek.com. So based on that, Microsoft, Iran unit behind Charlie Hebdo hack and leak operation. It has been published on 4th of February 2023. Ule.fi. The other piece of news comes for now. It seems that it is not loading correctly. Yeah, it loads correctly. So from ule.fi, there is this piece of news that has been published on 3rd of February 2023. So French police arrest Finnish psychotherapy center hacking extortion suspect. From justice.gov, that is the Department of Justice of the United States, there is this piece of news that has been published on 3rd of February 2023. Friday, the New York man and Alabama woman sentenced for attempting to provide material support to ISIS. Again from hackread.com, there is this piece of news on 6th of February 2023 that Anonymous leaks 128 gigabytes of data from Russian ISP Convex. The same day, from the same source, hackread.com, there is this piece of news that major cybercrime crackdown encrypted messenger exclused. From securityweek.com, there is this piece of news that Florida hospital cancels procedures, diverts patients following cyber attack. It has been published on 6th of February 2023. So the other piece of news comes from bankinfosecurity.com. Based on that, on US cellular customer data on hacker forum data leak from a third-party vendor. It has been published on 6th of February 2023. The next piece of news comes from itsecurityguru.org that has been published on 6th of February 2023. So based on that, $400,000 fine for a stalkerware app developer. There's this piece of news from en.yna.co.kr on 3rd of February 2023 that 110,000 more users affected in LGU plus data breach. Again from securityweek.com, there's this piece of news that feds say cyberattack caused suicide helplines outage. It has been published on 4th of February 2023. From swissinfo.ch, there's this piece of news that has been published on 3rd of February 2023 that hackers target Zurich University with professional cyber attack. From again securityaffairs.com, there's this piece of news that Italy, France, and Singapore warn of a spike in ASXR ransomware. Sharp notifies nearly 63,000 patients of data breach. It has been published in San Diego Union Tribune, and let me check the date. So the date is 6th of February 2023. The other piece of news comes from the Recorded Media. So British steel industry supplier Vesuvius, if I pronounce the name correctly, currently managing cyber incident. It has been published on 6th of February 2023. There's this piece of news from Daily Caller, the cyber attack, dailycaller.com. So cyber attack gives 19,000 students a day off school. It has been published on 6th of February 2023. From CSOonline.com, there's this piece of news that NKX Instruments falls victim to ransomware attack. It has been published on 7th of February 2023. The next piece of news comes from bankinfosecurity.com. Based on that piece of news that has been published on 7th of February 2023, Rook linked Russian pleads guilty in USA. So for those of you that probably don't know that Rook is removed as a ransomware as a service group that were quite well known for a while. From finance.yahoo.com, there is this piece of news that Florida state court system US and EU universities hit by a ransomware outbreak. It has been published on 7th of February 2023. The next piece of news comes from highlandradio.com. So according to this piece of news, Saulta, if I pronounce the name correctly, confirmed databreach at LUH. The next piece of news comes from radiocarry.ie. It has been published on 7th of February 2023, so based on that, MTU Carry campus unaffected by data breach. Actually, it's unaffected. The other piece of news again comes from bleepingcomputer.com. So it has been published on 7th of February, and according to the researcher, breaches Toyota supplier portal with info on 14,000 partners. Next comes from radware.com. There is this kind of nice paper. I read it, and I highly recommend if you are interested into the DDoS attacks from especially pro-Russian hacking groups. Probably I've heard about it. A Killnet that decided to affect Western countries. So there is this Passion botnet as well that is kind of supporting the same group as you can see here. So Anonymous Russia, Mirai Venom, Killnet promoted Passion. So it has been published on 31st of January 2023. The other piece of news comes from securityaffairs.com, and based on that, a leading electrical engineering company in Russia, Level, has exposed its customers' personally identified information, also known as PII, including full names and addresses. It has been published on 8th of February 2023. The next piece of news comes from securityweek.com. So based on that, Australian man sentenced for a scam related to Optus hack. So it has been published on 8th of February 2023. The other piece of news comes from grocery delivery cybernews.com, and based on that grocery delivery platform with like W3E confirms data breach. Probably it has two E's, or I don't know whether it's like, yeah, it's three. The forum seems to be like breached forums, the new version of Right forums to me, but need to read it more deeply. But anyway, yeah, it has been published on 8th of February 2023. The next piece of news comes from infosecurity-magazine.com. So based on that, UK politician's email hacked by suspected Russian threat actor, it has been published on 8th of February 2023. Next comes from bankinfosecurity.com. So Ontario Hospital among latest healthcare cyber attack victims. So it has been published on 8th of February 2023. Next comes from the same source, bankinfosecurity.com. So based on that, Hong Kong police disrupts international phishing syndicate. It has been published on 8th of February 2023. From JD Supra, there is this piece of news that has been published on 8th of February 2023. So based on the Stroke Scan Incorporation files notice of data breach affecting 50K consumers. Again, from the same resource, well, it is not working. Probably they have removed it because the day I checked it was working. I didn't face this 404 page. Comes from darkreading.com is the next piece of news. So it has been published on 10th of February 2023. So based on the Reddit breached with stolen employee credentials. From blogs.blackberry.com, there is this piece of news that has been published on 9th of February 2023. So New Penguin, a previously unknown threat actor, targets Pakistan with advanced espionage tool. The other piece of news comes from, we can I think skip because I already talked about it formerly. The other piece of news comes from gbhackers.com. It has been published on 9th of February 2023. So based on that, Tor and I2P network suffered data DDoS attacks from, what is it called? From heimdallsecurity.com. There's this piece of news that AmerisourceBergen healthcare company has been breached. The data leak is not yet confirmed. It has, yeah. The next piece of news comes from bankinfosecurity.com. So based on that, darknet marketplace revenue plummets after Hydra raid. So Hydra, for those of you that don't know, was a darknet market, a famous darknet market, probably Russian, if I'm not mistaken. So It has been seized and taken down some time ago, but after its taking down, yeah, there's a couple of other websites that replaced this site, this dark website. So the other piece of news comes from Liverpool Echo.co.uk. Based on that, salary details of 14,000 Liverpool NHS Trust staff shared by mistake. It has been published on 10th of February 2023. The other piece of news comes from modb.com. So based on that, this modest topolix computer network hobbled by ransomware attack. It has been published on February 2023. So the last but not the least is coming from databreaches.net. So it has been published on 9th of February, and according to the thousands affected by Institute of Bankers dataleak following ransomware institute. So thanks for paying attention. Talk to you, or yeah, we'll record next week about week 7 of the year 2023. Data breaches, data leaks, and cyber crimes.